composition is much better than inheritance. This article explains the pitfalls of inheritance, and offers a solution. In this article I will have to use some fictitious class names etc. due to the sensitivity of the project I am working on, so bear with me if some of the information seems a bit strange. After working myself about 6 levels deep in inheritance, I suddenly realized that my factory class had a date of birth. This was certainly undesirable, but with my current model I couldn't do anything about it. My options were to get rid of the inheritance for factory and lose all of the benefits of doing that, having additional information definable by the user for example, or to ignore the date of birth and not show it in the GUI. Both of these options were rubbish. Instead of taking either of them, I went for a completely different option instead. I decided to remove almost all inheritance within my model, and add composite relationships instead. Now, instead of my factory class descending indirectly from an object with additional information, it has no ancestor class at all. In order to achieve the same functionality, I now have a one-way relationship from factory to the now renamed additional information holder class. This class holds the additional information the user wants to enter, and the factory creates an instance of it when it is first created. I then created a frame/user control which would hold the GUI for entering additional information, including its own expression handle. The beauty of this approach is that I may now have any type of object within my model able to have additional information recorded against it if I so wish. To implement the GUI, I simply drop the frame/user control onto the form of the object in question and set the root context of the expression handle. Suddenly I have a model with hardly any inheritance in it at all. I can make modifications to classes without having to check that it won't break any of the descendant classes, or their forms, and I haven't lost any functionality at all. I strongly recommend that you use inheritance only for polymorphism benefits, never merely for the sake of inheriting properties. Only use it when it is an elegant solution to a problem, such as the one described in my article Composition and Recursive OCL, rather than as a way of avoiding having to enter the same attribute/behavior on a new class. Remember, just because a building and a person both have a name, a date of conception, and a location, doesn't make them the same thing.